Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome, our esteemed guest. So I'm happy to be the moderator of this session. As we said, we will discuss how the retail industry is adapting to changing in consumer behavior, leveraging data and technology to enhance consumer expectations, and staying updated with emerging trends to remain competitive in the market. Let me start by welcoming our esteemed guest. Thank you very much for joining us today. And let's kickstart this session immediately by asking Turan and Bernard from a retailer perspective as well as from a solution provider perspective. So how have you seen customer expectations change over the past few years? And what are the major factors influencing these changes? Let's start with you, Turan.
Thank you, Khaled. Good evening, everyone. So basically, we run a retail brand that focuses on high quality luxury leather products. So from our perspective, I think we've seen a couple of fairly large changes. One that a lot of people have talked about today with the Gen Z coming in, and certainly a lot more focus on CSR, a lot more focus on the story of the brand versus maybe the quality of the products. So the story of the brand, I feel, matters a lot more to Gen Z consumers than it used to before. Also, I find that the attention span of a lot of people has gone down a lot in general. And I think that's something that's very important when I'm looking at either creating digital media content or whether I'm looking at my online user experience to try to make sure that the cart doesn't drop halfway. So I feel like that's something that's very critical now to consider as well. And just to go back to the Gen Z, I think what we've done particularly for ourselves is we've things that we've already done in the past. For instance, CSR. We're a very old company. We've been around since 1880. And whatever CSR we were doing in the past, now we make sure we market it. Just to give you an example, in October, we kind of run a campaign on breast cancer where we donate 5% of our sales to breast cancer research and breast cancer care in Pakistan. And that's something that we were doing for many years, but now we're really focusing on and really marketing. So I think those are some of the small things that we've done to try to sort of adapt to these new changes in the consumer.
Great. Bernard?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with quite a lot of the points you've made. I mean, we're a technology provider to the retail industry, but I think there's a number of points in the current generation. They're looking at convenience, they want speed, and they're expecting things on demand. A lot of this, I think, is driven by the big technology companies that are enabling people to get what they want immediately, which makes it a challenge for a lot of, let's say, more traditional retailers. People can also control what they want as well through digital interface, the smartphone usage. People want to look into brands and they want to have brand loyalty. So if they're going to a store, they will probably have a QR code. They can find out about different items that are for sale. But also, I think the move from during the pandemic time, that obviously opened up lots of virtual and online transactions. But of course, also people have to live in the real world. So people have got to now sort of maybe reassess, and I think it's a difficult challenge for retailers now to effectively compete with an expectation of a virtual world in the real world. So people's expectation of customer service and more knowledge about devices and things being sold is a lot higher. I think you'll find most retailers wouldn't argue that the customer is probably the most knowledgeable they have ever been. I think most retailers will see your customers go into store, they can find out as much about anything they want to buy as the retailers can offer. So I think it's an important advance for retailers to look at what are they offering customers, what is that experience? Because the customer now is having that omni-channel experience through what they're looking at, what they want, and obviously how they want to pay for that item they're purchasing as well. So I think the times now for retailers are very challenging because technology is advancing at such a rate, and the I think that there is always going to be a demand for the real physical presence of retailers, definitely. And I think it's a reassessment from the virtual expectation to the realism of how technology can help retailers to deliver that experience for, as you say, Generation G, but I think it's all generations as well.
Great. Actually, this leads me to my next question, which I would like to ask Ayman and Hasnain. How important is it to adapt to changing in customer behavior? And what methods can be used to stay aware of your customers' preferences? So, starting with you, Ayman.
Yeah,
please
sure.
Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for asking that question. And I think that comes along with BFL's belief that the customer comes first. So everything we do taking into consideration the why. So why is Brands for Less there? Why do we have an off-price concept? It's because we want to give value for the customer itself. Now, taking that into consideration and consider that the customer is the main focus, then we think, how do we address the customer? And then there comes the channels, whether it's offline, online, a hybrid model, a digital experience, and all those elements. That's the how. And now, then comes the fact that you have to give in the right product at the right price and at the right channel. So taking that into consideration and taking into account that the product has to be in store A doesn't mean that it has to be in store B, at least for Brands for Less and our concept. Because our concept is a treasure hunt concept where you might find totally different items in each of the stores, our use of AI is inevitable. So we use AI technologies to replenish. We use AI technologies to automatically allocate to different stores. So you'll find 40,000 pieces that are completely different than those in store B. So we don't only differentiate by country, which is, for example, taking into consideration that we've got 6 countries in the region. So UAE is different than KSA, but store A in KSA is different than store B and then store C. And then the same store might have different products next day based on what the customer requires or what the customer have bought. So when you take all that into consideration, you go back to the why, which is the customer. And I think that's very important to consider, given that adapting to what the customer requires is the key to success. Thank you.
Great. As a solution provider, Hasnain, how would you answer this question? I mean, not as a retailer, as a company that provides solutions to retailers.
Thank you, Khaled, and good afternoon, everyone. I come from BytePlus, and for those who don't know BytePlus, we are the technology arm of ByteDance or TikTok. And we work with some very, very interesting technology, and we are in the process of commercializing that part here. So as Ayman mentioned, for us, it's extremely important to be able to capture customer behavior, no matter it's online, digital, brick and mortar, so that you can design and you can work around those processes. Now, with regards to technology, AI of late has taken the central position whenever you talk about any technology. Now, whether you as an online retailer or online space provider, you want to sell your product and you want to make sure that you have enough reach, you have to have solutions like engagement, where you can offer extraordinary engagement towards your customer, hyper-personalized content you should be able to offer. Recommendation should be done in a way where you are able to connect with the person who's online. You should not be pitching in stuff that, like, as it was previously mentioned, the attention time of people spending time online has gone down considerably. So keeping that in mind, we have to come up with, so as a retailer, if I put on a retailer hat on, they need to come up with the kind of solutions where they're able to capture the attention, offer the right products to the people who come online to buy something or look for something, and then just close the deal. If we show them information which is not relevant to them or with something which they don't like, you'll lose the customer, and probably you won't have that customer coming onto your platform again. In addition to this, there's so much other technology like live streaming, augmented reality, user-generated content that has also come in now, and a lot of retailers have started, or online retailers have started thinking, or e-commerce providers have started thinking like any other social platform?
I would like you to hold this thought because I'm coming with the different questions regarding technology.
Wonderful.
Great, thanks a lot, gentlemen. Now, let me ask my friend, Mr. Hisham here, a more focused question, and I would like to have your view on that, Ayman, as well, from the retailer perspective. How are you merging online and offline to have a more focused experience for your customer, a seamless experience? And if you can give us some examples on that, that would be great. Sir Hisham?
Good evening, everyone. Of course, we are using one platform for offline and online, which is Microsoft 365 Dynamic. So every customer has unique account number. So he can utilize, all the benefits for the loyalty. He can redeem online. He can gain, for example, voucher from the stores. He can order online, pick from stores. So he has like a seamless, he can deal with all the touch points with the same accounts number. So for us, having one platform for everything, it's helping us. The other part of the question, which is the most important part, is the retail shops or the offline.
Actually, that would be my next question. The physical stores nowadays, which goes back to the same question, how are they evolving by having online? So you have the online, offline experience, the seamless experience, and you have the physical stores as well. So how are they evolving with this big trends in online nowadays?
I believe still physical stores is very important, is playing a very important role in customer journey. And I can give a lot of examples and a lot of things that we are doing, and it's helping us a lot to improve the customer journey. For example, order online, pick from stores. It helps a lot of customers. A lot of customers, sometimes they decide to buy gift, and they cannot wait for tomorrow or for even 2 hours. So it's a very convenient way. They can find the nearest store or located next to them, and they can come pick their items. Another benefits, having the experience or the stores as an experience center. People, they come by themselves. They experience the items. Sometimes they seek for advices from experts. Some of the people who comes to our stores, like grandmother or grandfather, they don't know what the child wants. They don't know what the kids want. So sometimes they need to ask experts, what do we buy? Another benefits from another role that stores playing, having like community engagements, like events, all these things. It's very important. So I believe I will add one more thing because it's very important. One, the exchange and refund. A lot of people, they are buying from online, but when they want to exchange or refund, it's not convenience at all. And as Benan said, people want everything fast, quickly. Having physical stores, that's definitely will help them to find the nearest location for them and go exchange their products, refund their products. So I believe it's playing a major role. Yes.
So Ayman, over to you. Plus 70 stores, strong online as well. So how do you see that going?
Yeah, today we're plus 95.
Plus 95, sorry for that.
We're having 2 more next week, so, but thank you anyway. So with 97 stores, today we have to manage the customer behavior. And I think, as Hisham rightly said, click and collect and all other means that will help the customer first buy online, find the convenience, and then go to the store to collect the item as fast as possible is integral. However, we went a bit far. We understand that tailoring a proper customer journey requires an evolving measure. Now, when we say evolving measures, means that evolves every single day. So we have weekly meetings discussing the customer A or customer X or customer Y, and how to tackle what the customer really requires. Now, I'm just going to go through a simple customer journey and how it evolved. So the customer used to shop in our store in Dubai Mall, could not find what he or she is looking for because we might have broken sizes. They might not find the right size, the right color, or the right item that they want. He used to leave the store. Now, he might have went to another branch because we've got different items, and he might have not. But in 85% of the cases, approximately 85%, we would have lost that purchase. Now, how did that evolve? We started with asking the customer to scan the barcode and check if that's available online. So we have another opportunity to translate that sale. Now, he goes online, puts in the barcode, tries to purchase that item, couldn't find the size. Now, what do we do next? That's how we thought about it. Now, another 15% was tackled, so in case he finds the item online. Now, step 3, we've included similar items. So you take a picture of the item in the store, or even a picture of an item that I'm wearing today. I want something similar at Brands for Less, online. So I take that item's picture from the store and then upload it into the platform, which is the e-commerce platform. And then I find similar items. So might be the same brand. I can filter by brand. I can filter my size. I can find a very similar item online and buy. That's another 20%. So today, we're helping that evolve. Now, we even went beyond that as well. So today, you take an item, you put in the barcode, you go with an endless aisle, whether it's in store A, store B, store C, online. I pick it online, I pick it from store B, I ask store B to reserve it so that I can pick it up. So that's all comes into the most important factor, which is the customer and the convenience. So this is how it evolved. Now, today, I cannot announce what's next because there's something we're working on that's going to be mind-blowing in this region. So I'll keep it for maybe next session. But other than that, I think we are tailor-making a journey to the customer that really matters to the customer itself. Thank you.
Thank you for your great answers. Now let me go back to our solution providers, Bernard and Hasnain. What's the role of technology in helping grow the customer experiences efforts in the time to come? And if you can give us some examples of these technologies, that would be great. Let's start with you, Bernard.
Okay, so short introduction about Glory. Glory is a 100-year-old Japanese company in providing technology historically to the banking sector. Here in this region, we've moved towards the retail sector, but probably not so well known yet. But that will change in the future. So what do? We provide technology that enables the mundane tasks for the retailer to be automated. So you're explaining about ordering process, how you want to make seamless customer journey and experience. But some of the simple, basic things you have to do is place an order, collect the goods, and more importantly, pay for them. So if you can automate those parts of the customer journey so that you can focus staff retention and efforts on upselling, adding value, and that's where we bring in our technology to enable these transactions. For using our technology to enable these transactions to take place seamlessly. Now, there are many advantages to using that. If you've got people, then you can get better value out of them.
This is work.
I better not take too long, otherwise no one will hear anyone else. Okay. Yeah, so our technology can enable transactions to take place seamlessly as part of the customer journey. And that frees, as I was saying earlier, staff to be able to add value to retailers. And one of retailers' biggest expense is their staff, of course. So you want to maximize that usage. So what do? Well, we can enable the ordering from self-ordering kiosks. You can carry out... Okay, we'll try now. Okay. So I'll give you an example of how technology has made many changes.
We're back. We're back
online.
Okay, thank you. So an example of quite a major change where technology has made what used to be an essential journey, for example, to a fuel station. Everyone goes to a fuel station to fill up their car with fuel, and you would go there for that basic functionality. But now fuel stations have adapted. They've become supermarkets, cafes, pick-up points for goods ordered online, and even with our technology, they actually provide banking services. So that's a clear example of some, let's say, simple technology, but it needs the thought leadership to think, how can I develop, where someone has to go, essentially, how can you maximize that as a retailer to add value to that experience? And obviously here in the Kingdom, you have a lot of fuel use. But also in Europe, we see that adapting to car charging stations as well, where people actually may have to stay longer because it may take them 30 minutes or so to charge their car. So that will add value. They will go and have a coffee. They can go and pre-arrange to go and collect goods and maybe do some shopping. So that's sort of a simple way of technology that can obviously add value to the retailer. But also a more basic scenario is actually just the self-checkout. There are a lot of payments still taking place in cash. Now I know the 2030 expectation is cash usage will decline by 80%. But even now, 39% of transactions in Saudi Arabia are actually cash. So if retailers can actually minimize the cost for those cash transactions by automating them, putting in either self-service or assisted service devices, that can actually really add value to the retailer's return on investment. So that's just two small examples. A third example, if we've got a short bit of time, is kiosk ordering. So the QSR industry, which I guess is fairly well known in Saudi Arabia. It always used to be an experience, a face-to-face experience, and then you'd queue a long time. Hopefully you get the right order, but maybe you don't. Now you see a touch screen, you order what you want. The touch screen, through the operator, can upsell everything they possibly can. So that the revenue is increased dramatically for the retailer. The experience is seamless, and obviously that can be either a cash or a card transaction as well. So that's some very diverse changes in how technology has driven retail opportunities.
Thank you, Bernard. Hasnain, what would you like to add, please?
Thank you, thank you. So just a few points I'd like to add here. In terms of technology, there's not an iota bit of doubt that we need technology to enhance customer experience. And for any business that's present online, what do they want to achieve at the end of the day? To sell more, to sell better quality stuff, and to ease the customer experience process throughout the digital journey. Now, what we've learned from practices outside the region, and those practices that we wanted to apply here, and as a partner, we offer to our retail partners and online retail customers, is to help them come up with personalization solutions which will actually touch the lives of their customers in a way where they actually know what to buy rather than enforcing something onto them. Engaging with the kind of, engaging with them in a way what actually gets them or entices them to buy something. User-generated content, how many of e-commerce business today give customers the ability to generate some content and upload on their platform? Hardly any, but this is a concept picking up and becoming very popular in so many other countries around the world. AR technology, now we all know AR try-on. It's a concept that's picked up pretty recently across the region, but it's yet to mature. But this is something, this is a future direction. AR marketing, live streaming. I know platform providers here who've used live streaming for selling and promoting their products, but do you choose the right technology, the right partner to travel this journey? If you don't, you're bound to fail. So it's all about having the right partner with the right mindset and the right tool set who'll be able to traverse the journey with you and help you grow and achieve your goals and ambitions in the region. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And actually, since we're talking about personalization of the customer experience, let me go to Turan, and I would ask the same question to Hisham, to our retailers. How are you leveraging customer data to provide a personalized shopping experience? And if you can share some examples in that, that would be great. Over to you, Turan.
You know, as far as we're concerned, we have a luxury brand, and it's a very old brand, but certainly we've also had, it's a very high-touch kind of a product. And what we found is that we do have an online presence that's quite large now, but we still have a significant amount of our sales coming from our stores. In the stores, to be honest with you, we are looking at some new technologies, But for the most part, the biggest technology we have is our salespeople. And the data that's housed within our salespeople is huge. So what we've done as a very old kind of family business, we've invested a lot of time and effort to make sure that our salespeople have a lot of longevity. And so what we find is, over 50% of our salespeople have been there for more than 10 to 15 years. Now, I know that's not possible in many markets, so I get that. But we've been able to achieve that. And as a result, we actually have customers coming in and they know our salespeople by name. And that's a huge advantage for us because, again, in a high-touch kind of a product, that really adds value to the customer's experience when they come in. That said, from a technology standpoint, as we move forward, one of the things that we're looking at right now is looking at how to incorporate AI into our CCTV camera footage. And so we're doing that now to see whether our SOPs are being followed in the store. So if people need to be greeted, are they being greeted? If people need to be attended to in a certain way, are the salespeople doing what they need to do? So we started to use that technology to at least try to see if SOPs are being followed. And a lot of the other sort of customer data usage, we really haven't, to be honest, done a lot of work on that side, on the storefront. But on the online side, of course, we are using customer data a lot to obviously remarket to customers and so on and so forth.
Thank you. Hisham?
For us, we are using one of our modules called Customer Insights. So we are gathering all the data from the loyal customers. We are collecting all these data. And we have also in-house developed in Power BI dashboards that also give us a lot of insights. So based on that, we are make a marketing promotion only for these specific customers. Examples, like for example, for our business, most of the people that's when they register in our website as a loyal customer, we ask them to provide their kid's birthday. And we know, for example, this customer has a boy or girl, and we know when is the birthday is coming. So before the birthday date, we send them something suitable to that age, like a promotion, special offer for him. Also, we sometimes, some of our customers, like A+ customers, the people who come to our stores like twice a month or 3 times a month, these customers, we provide to them special discounts, special offers. Also, we sometimes they are cutting us off. Okay. So we are leveraging all these data and providing personalized marketing and offer for our customers, and of course empowering our teams. I mean, as he mentioned, that's the sales team. We are gathering data from them, but also empowering them by giving them like an easy dashboard so they can understand. Some of the store managers now, they know that's why a product selling in the other stores and not selling with me. So they are trying to ask themselves some questions. Also, when any customer comes from the dashboard, I mean from the screen during the transaction time, he can see this customers, he has like a boy, and most items he's buying girls, so the system automatically will recommend some items for him. This will help again to make upselling on the checkout. So that's how we are leveraging the data.
As a parent, that makes my life much easier, to be honest. Yeah. And thanks for using such programs. Now, let me end this session by asking a question to all of our panelists. So what's your strategy when it comes to customer behavior, adapting to that, the customer experience for 2024? I mean, in general, what do you think you should be doing or the retail landscape should be doing in order to evolve and meet such expectations? Let me start from you, Turan, and then take it across.
I think from a strategy perspective, one thing that we are focusing on quite a bit still is on the in-store side, and what we're trying to do. We've recently built a store which is basically a concept store, which essentially houses a museum within the store. You know, somebody, I think in one of the last lectures talked about repairability and sort of sustainability. We have products that date back to like, we recently had a lady come in, she's about 80, 90 years old. She had a product that she got when she was married. So it was about 60 years old, and we repaired it for her. So, you know, we have a our products are very high quality, they last a long time. To reflect that and to show that to our new Gen Z customers, we actually now built a museum within the store where we've kept our old products to show them how good and how well they age. So we're doing those kinds of things, and we probably will work more in that direction in 2024 as well, to build more of these concept stores, to really build our story and to build the brand in that way. That's sort of one of the things that we're looking at.
Thank you. Hasnain?
Wonderful. The strategy, or rather I should say the opportunity for us here is to stay up to date with the ever-evolving dynamics of the market. As a solution provider, we need to be at the top of our game all the time, because how quickly the market dynamics, the user behavior, the habits, online shopping patterns change, you never know. So it's how we train our technology, our how well we are able to take the inputs from the market. I think that would determine the direction this market goes towards, especially from a technology perspective. And as a partner, we want to partner with other online e-commerce retailers where we are able to put our skin in the game and together enjoy the growth journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard.
Yeah, I mean, for us, as I explained earlier, we're known in many, many countries, but not so much in this region. So we actually, as one of the other presentations mentioned, there are so many global brands coming to this area. And we have partnerships, many of these global brands. So by default, as those global brands become present in Saudi, we will obviously be involved in deploying our technology with them. And I think our local partner here will have a busy year ahead, because we have lots to install. And the technology will then be a lot more visible in this market, and hopefully assist retailers in developing their customer experiences.
Great. Ayman?
Yeah, so what we're using today is we're trying to use AI-enabled technology to analyze existing data, which we already have, whether from our loyalty program, offline customers, online database, and others. In addition to that, collecting more data, understanding the customer in different regions, and then reanalyzing data, creating a high-level strategy, a unified high-level strategy, but then digging deep into each of the regions and markets, and catering or curating a customer-focused and AI-driven technology that can analyze, target, retarget, and then re-collaborate with different brands based on our targeted data. So when I say retarget customers based and collaborate and re-collaborate with brands, meaning again finding the right product and to the right customer, and then again to the right market. So it's a 360 degree customer-focused agenda.
Great. Hisham?
For us, I think 2024, the most important thing, we need to empower our team. We have done a lot, and empowering the team, I think definitely it will help the customers. So we just signed with one of our partners, I think they are here, Slim Stock. These guys, they will help us with the inventory. We need to improve the inventory because, I mean, the inventory for any retail, managing the inventory in the right, I mean, having a the right, let's say, system to help you within with the inventory, I think it's something very important. So we are focusing on that part, improving or empowering the team, our team, so they can provide better customer service. The other part that's we need to also, if most of the people, they are saying we are expanding, we are opening new stores. But for us, it's totally different. I mean, we are not focusing on opening new stores, just opening new store for the sake of opening. We are trying to have more experienced stores. We change our mentality. By the way, we shut down like more than half of our stores. And the reason why, because all of our stores look ugly and old and very huge stores. And I think it's not making money. The time it's different. I think we are changing our strategy now. We are reducing size of the stores, focusing more on experience, trying to make the stores more more engaged, more experienced, more friendly for the kids, for the family, for the parents. We are signing also with some partners to have like a cafe, to have a barber shop, to have whatever the kids needs and the family as well. So we want to make our stores more like a friendly, family-friendly, an experience stores. And the other part for the online, we have done a lot during the last year. Of course, we will keep improving the online business and focusing also on the vending machine. We started in 2023 by having like 2 vending machines, and it's working very great with 2 major hospitals. And we are expanding more and more into vending machines.
Nice idea.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for sharing your experiences, your insights, and thanks to our audience for their time. And I'll be ending up this session. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Khaled. Yes, if we could just step forward. Don't go anywhere. We need your photo. We're going to get our photographer who's come running in. If you're going to take photos, that's fine, but if you could make sure you step back because you can't be in his frame. Thank you so much. There we go.